Today, main practice of Guru Yoga. Until today, we have been talking about the preparation of the Guru Yoga. For example, how to find a Guru, what is Guru, who is Guru, and also what is really the yoga means, how to practice and how to go about, and especially initially what to do it. But today, from now on, we have to say, now the main practice of Guru Yoga needs to be applied ritually. So therefore, first of all, we should really be thinking that how is the ritual practice, how important the ritual practice. Ritual practice is very important, even though it is considered to be a kind of an appearance, kind of a formalities and formal thing, and it's like a formality. Even though, of course, I would say personally, I would say that the formalities are not that important. Actually, the informal Guru Yoga is more important than the formal practices of Guru Yoga. But that is what I would say, and also maybe is the fact. That when it comes to the genuine practice of Guru Yoga, but I think it is for general crowd of Guru Yoga practitioner should really know how important the formal practices is also. So formal practice comes in the form of a ritual practices such as like a chanting, melody, mantra, recitation, etc., including like prostrations and circumambulations, etc. So therefore, that is very important. So, for example, in this respect, even the visualization is also considered to be a very, very, very important. So first of all, if a Guru Yoga, like a complete kind of form of Guru Yoga, needs to be practiced, then I think you should really we are talking about visualizing oneself as a deity, and also visualize yourself, your Guru, as also one of the deities. Because visualization of a deity or whatever, visualization of maybe a Vajrayogini, maybe a Vajradhara, Vajrasattva, all these things are considered to be very expensive, very, very sort of like a precious, very precious and very much needed. Because in a way, like as I said just a while ago, that the visualization are not important, actually, not important. Why? Because it is not the Guru Yoga. The Guru Yoga is something that is nothing to do with visualization, nothing to do with the recitation, nothing to do with it. It's just a great wisdom, great perfection. But that is what we can say, but actual fact, that doesn't work that way. Why? Because for us it's really we have a very strong clinging attitude, clinging thought, graspy attitude. So therefore we need really be destroyed. Grasping attitude, dualistic concept, and etc. So until then, until we manage to destroy entire sort of dual concept and entire sort of like entire graspy attitude towards the body, speech and mind, towards the phenomena, for example, mountains and valley, water, elements, trees, and etc. All these thoughts has to be converted, or it has to be dissolved. So that until it happens, all the ritual practices, formal practices, are very badly needed to be done. For example, like let's take the visualization, for example. The people may think what is really the reason why why do we need the reason of the visualizations of oneself as a deity. The answer is very simple, The one does not really need to have this continuation of this ego concept, following system of the following of ego voice, as I said yesterday. In order to convert that, in order to sort of redirect that sort of concept, then we need to visualize many sorts of different things. That is a kind of a therapy, or whatever you may call, like a method or antidotes. That is a method, for example, the babies are crying. When the baby cries, we have so many different sorts of antidotes, different sorts of method that the baby will not cry. So of course, in order baby not to cry, you do all sorts of silly things, not just to stop baby from crying. So we have to sing the song, we have to sort of a little dance, we have to give a little bit of the things to chew, we have to think, we have to do all sorts of different actions in order baby not to cry. So similarly, that in order us not to be clinging attitude, cling with the attitude or dualistic concept, we have to do all sorts of different things. That is the reason why poor Buddha, I would say poor Buddha, the Buddha had to give lots of different strange sorts of visualizations, strange sorts of ritual practices and recitations, etc., yoga practice, etc. All these things needs to be. This is not something that we need to. We have to, must be, but it is need to be done because of the reason why we are strongly sort of attached to the dual concept, etc. So in order not to have that dual concept functioning continuously, we need this kind of antidotes. So of course, GuruYoga ritual practices and the visualizations of Guru Vajrayogini, etc. These are all like just a method not to be not to be continuously sort of caught up with this dual attitude and dual concept. That is the reason why we need to do it. For instance, what here we recommend, we means Vajrayana recommend to have a visualization done of Vajra Yogini, for instance. First of all, I think the Vajra Yogini cannot be visualized. One cannot be visualized as a Vajra Yogini unless you have the initiation of the Vajra Yogini. So if you, in case of not having initiation yet, then I think you're not really entitled to visualize Vajrayogini. But you have to visualize your Guru as a Vajradhara or maybe a Guru Padmasambhava. It is because you have a concept, as I said in the first day of the retreat, the concept of the Guru being a human being is really the killer. So therefore, in order to kill that concept, in order to dissolve and in order to diminish that sort of dualistic kind of concept, we first of all we recommend to visualize Guru as Buddha. Any kind of Buddha Shakyamuni, Buddha Amitabha, Buddha Vajradhara, Buddha Vajradhara, Buddha Vajrasattva. Those Buddhas, different Buddhas. You are entitled to visualize Guru in the form of different Buddha, and sometime even Bodhisattva, and sometime even Dakinis, etc. Because this will be very. You will find this as a very important and also very useful in order to detach yourself from the dual concept. So this is the main reason, being a main reason why the visualization needs to be done. Then I think one needs to really be concentrating on the visualization, even though we are we are not used to not used to do the visualization of Vajradhara, etc. We are very much concept that we are strongly sort of caught up with the concept of dualistic mind, which says, of course, your guru is human being, your guru is educated being, your guru is very kind being, your guru is very, very superb, and your guru is really, then you can say, sometime you can say, oh, your guru is very, very, very good, is as good as Buddha. So your guru is as good as Guru Padmasambhava, your guru is as good as Nagarjuna, etc., etc. All of them, all of these reasons, or whatever you may say, are nonsense. Actually, you just don't have to compare guru as Guru Vajradhara. You don't have to compare your guru as guru with the Buddha Shakyamuni. No, you don't have to compare. You just have to realize, and you have to really be able to tell yourself and convince that your guru is Buddha. There's no doubt about it. You don't really have to compare. Comparing is something with something else is something that it's an indication of failure of doing Guru Yoga. And it's an indication of a weakness of the Guru Yoga practitioner. That means, of course, oneself. So therefore, we need to really be very strong in the sense that to be able to sort of see and understand and believe that your Guru is Buddha, full stop. So this is a very important issue that you have to understand. In order to have that sort of understanding, total way of convincing yourself into sort of a genuine Guru Yoga, you need help. You need a help of visualization. Visualizing Guru in the form of Guru Padmasambhava and Guru Dara, Vajradhara, etc., etc. That is very, very important. If you do not really have that sort of notion or idea, it is very difficult. Very, very difficult. It is almost like impossible to practice Guru Yoga. So you know that first of all, the visualization comes, and a visualization comes in a different form. It's not really, even though that is known as a Vajradhara, that in text it says that the Guru has to be visualized as a Vajradhara, and I think this is very, very important. That's very important, but I think this is even though it is important, but it is not, it does not phonetically need to be follow that Vajradhara, follow the Guru being a Vajradhara. Vajradhara actually means, in general, Vajradhara actually means the who holds, who holds. Dara means hold, and the Vajra means, of course, the diamond or the indestructible phenomena, which means, of course, indestructible concept, indestructible wisdom. So, of course, who holds the idea of indestructible wisdom is Vajradhara. So, of course, it can be Guru Padmasambhava, Amitabha, Avalokiteshvara, Manjushri, Guru Buddha Shakyamuni, and Buddha Virajana, Buddha Akshobe, Buddha, different sorts of Buddha, so Buddha Virajana and all these things. So all these Buddhas can be called in generally Vajradhara, because all the Guru, all thousands of Gurus are equally holding the indestructible phenomena, which means the indestructible understanding, wisdom, great perfection, and Mahamudra. So therefore it is known as Vajradhara. We don't really have to be phonetically attached to that particular sort of a deity, so-called Vajradhara. We can visualize Guru as different forms on this and that. And the important, of course, the effect of the visualization that you can really expect is, of course, to minimize your dual concept, especially the wrong concept, picturing on your human guru as a human being. It is known as a human being, a human guru, because it's an external guru. So external guru. So it needs to be. You can say that it's a human guru, but it is not should not be seen as a human being. So that concept has to demolish. So in order to demolish that, then we are recommending the visualization. So of course it is in a way it is like a childish kind of thing. It's like as I said right now, it's just not to in order baby not to cry, you have to do all sorts of, the parents has to do all sorts of things not to stop the baby from crying. So it's similarly that we have to do all sorts of things such as visualizations and recitations, etc. So visualization is one of them, one of the method or one of the skillful sort of antidotes that's supposed to be helping us to sort of detached from the misconcept. That is the thing. Generally speaking, we Buddhists always say attachment is not good. Attachment is not good. You have to be, like renounced. You don't have, you should not be attached. So of course attachment is not good. Desire is not good. Lasty is not good. Blah blah blah. Those all of these things are in one family, from one family. So these are not good. Buddhists consider that this is a very bad thing. You shouldn't be attached. But that is in a way it is a right, but in another way you should understand what attachment does mean actually. That is the thing that is have to understand. First of all, attachment means what? As I said yesterday, there are many people think that, attachment is just having a family is an attachment. So that means you shouldn't have attachment. You shouldn't have a family. And also the having a house and having belongings and having, jobs, etc., are attachment. You should not have any jobs or any money, anything, you should not have anything. So this is the Buddhist practice. No, it is not. Completely mistaken, misunderstood. This is not the thing. That actually means then the Buddhist expecting, or the Buddha Shakyamuni expect us to live naked. And also Buddha Shakyamuni expect us to have no food to eat, no house to live, no clothes to wear, and no place to sleep. That sort of things, like the beggar of a beggar, it's just like the authentic beggar, the Buddha doesn't mean that we all have to end up in a beggar in the street. That's not like that. That is not idea. If you think and take this as a literally like that way, then it's a really big mistake. That is not the Buddha's thing. If that is the kind of a believe, or that is the goal, or like a wish that the Buddha Shakyamuni want us to do, then I think, Buddha Shakyamuni is not very kind. And also not only that is, there is an indication that the Buddha is not wishing that, that is that the Buddha gave lots of method to make money, lots of method to be healthy, to make oneself healthy, to make oneself wealthy, to make oneself, living nicely, living comfortably, and that sort of things. There are lots of different methods. I think, like at least, at least 100 or the 200, even, if not more, method on how to live comfortably in this world. So why Buddha Shakyamuni should give this kind of method, if that is something that the Buddha Shakyamuni doesn't want us to have, then why Buddha Shakyamuni is giving us the method of the making money, etc., etc. There's no need. So therefore, that indicates that we don't need to phonetically understand the non-attachment is non-attachment is wrongly understood. That is very much phonetically. Non-attachment, yes, you are right. Non-attachment is really the principal practice of the Lord Buddha's teaching. That is sure. But what is the non-attachment? That's the thing. What is the non-attachment? What is the attachment first? Attachment. You have to understand what is attachment. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is then how to practice the non-attachment. So attachment is that, of course, the misconcept is the attachment. That's it. As simple as that. Very simple. We can make big fuss out of it, and we can kick a big fuss out of it, and non-attachment is something like something that we cannot even talk. It's really like a fear, scary things, and many people get scared when you talk about non-attachment. Many people, in fact, many people get attached, get scared. Why? Because the Buddhist monk and the priest and all these people, they put it in a way that it's a very scary thing, very fanatic. You have to really change whole thing, whole world, so that that's the attachment, non-attachment. Attachment is the Mara. Attachment is the Mara, and the non-attachment is really the wisdom. So what is the attachment? Then if we dare to ask some priest that please tell me what is the attachment, then they will just directly point to your wife, to your husband. That is the attachment. Then your job is the attachment. Your salary is in the attachment. And then this and that. Your son is the attachment. Your daughter is an attachment. Then of course everything is attachment. Then of course scary, very scary. It is a nightmare even to hear that. It's a nightmare. That means I have to give up my beloved wife, my beloved husband, my beloved son, my beloved daughter, and everything I have to give up. No, please don't tell me this. This is something that killer. So of course everybody's scared. That is understandable. But this is, blame goes to the priest. Unskillful priest and unskillful teacher, unskillful masters. They are unskillful master, unskillful teacher. Therefore, they are driving people away from the Buddhist practice. They're driving away from the Buddhist practice because they say, please don't tell me. I'm not going to come back again. No way. Because it's a scary. Because how can I live without my wife? How can I live without my husband? How can I live without my son, my beloved son and children? How can I survive my, living in this world without my job, and without my salary, without my company? How can I be living in this world? That is impossible, For them, it is impossible. So therefore, they will be very scared even to come to this kind of temple or priest. It's impossible. So this is the reason why the Buddhist populations are decreasing like nobody's business, and then the other religion populations are increasing like nobody's business. It's like a mushroom. Everywhere it's like a mushroom. The Islamic religion is like a biggest populated now in the world. Even more than the Christianity, Catholics and the Catholic and Christianity, more than the Christianity. So this is the thing. It's actually happening. Now before the Buddhist populations are very popular now, but now where is the Buddhist? There's not much of Buddhist, not many of Buddhist followers. Even though they were born in a Buddhist family, they don't know about the Buddhist things. And they don't want to know, because it's a scary, very scary. So I don't want to know. No, please don't tell me, So they close their ears and all these things. So this is mainly it is happening in Tibetan society, for example. Tibetan society, they are born as a Buddhist. So of course they don't say that Buddhist is no good. I don't want to be Buddhist. No, they can't say that. There's not much of chance for they say that. No, not much of choice. But they are there. But they prefer to go to any initiation and blessing. Why? Because the blessing makes headache gone. Blessing makes eye irritation gone. If master blows mantras in the eyes, the eyes will be soft and very smooth. So they're very happy about these things, And if there's a headache, yes, go to the master. Master will touch your head and then your headache will be gone. So this is very nice. So now and now these people in these people's concept, the Buddhist is nothing but these kind of magic things. That is the Buddhist. Oh yeah, our Buddhist is amazing because, he touches my head, my headache is gone. He blows something on my eyes, my eye irritation is gone. I'm perfectly okay. And I went to the temple with my wife, and we pray for the baby, and the next few months, my wife got pregnant. Wow, that's such a great thing, That is the thing. That is the Buddhist, they think Buddhist is nothing but just a miracle kind of thing, magic performer. So that is the magic performer. And that is completely wrong. It is a wrong concept, and it is a wrong way of looking at the Buddhism or Buddhist teaching. If the Buddha Shakyamuni is here, Buddha Shakyamuni will be crying, out of his disappointment, depression, Buddha Shakyamuni would have been crying, the day and night, He will be so unhappy, so sad, the way we look at the Buddhism. Definitely, it is corruption, It is definitely an institutional corruption, I would say. It's an institutional corruption. Very big corruption. Buddhist corruption. So this should never be happen that way. We as a Buddhist, we should really know that the principle of the teaching is non-attachment. That's for true. But what is the attachment means, and then non-attachment means, Attachment means the dual concept, the dualistic concept or dualistic way of believing the things in our life and in this world. That is concept. That is an attachment. So then that sort of concept needs to be demolished. This is what we call practice non-attachment. Doesn't mean that you practice to give, like yesterday I said, give a horrible time to your wife, horrible time to your husband, horrible time to your children, horrible time to your parents, And the parents will be crying like day and night that their son is lost. It's actually lost, because son is not coming back to support their family. No, lost and almost dead already anyway. It's the same kind of similar to dead. So of course parents will be crying like nobody's business. And of course, if you have a wife or if you have a husband, they will be crying like nobody's business. They will be suffering tremendously. So in a way, you will say you are talking about Buddhism being a very kind to everybody. You have to be loving and you have to be compassionate and all these things. Actual fact, what you are practicing is the other way around. Totally the other way around. You are not caring. You're not caring. You don't care. You don't care that your parents are crying because of what you're doing, and you don't care what your families are going through because of you. So you don't care. So you are like a big careless friend, careless members of your family. So this is not right. So now what is the non-attachment? Means you have to think that including your wife, including your husband, including your children and families and houses and belonging cars and all these things, all are illusion. That is something you have to understand. All are illusion. Actually all are illusion. All are illusion. Why? Because they are not existing as it appears to be. That is very important. They are existing, yes, in a way. In a way of appearing, yes, it is very much exist. That is the relatively it is exist, but ultimately or absolute kind of way of looking at, these are not exist. Equally not exist. Equally, these are very much equally in non-existence. Not existing as it appears to be. To us it appears to be that they are very, very, very exist. And there are many reasons why they exist. You can say that. Many of non-Buddhists, they have lots and lots of good reason, good or whatever, but deep reason, strong reason why the things are exist. So things exist. That is the different in the view, from the point of view of the view, the big difference between the non-Buddhist and the Buddhist. It's a big difference. For these non-Buddhists, most of the non-Buddhists, I'm not saying that all, For example, Jainism is a very similar to the Buddhism. So for Jainism, it is similar. They will say, non-existence. But other than that, every religion, majority, I would say, all the religion will say everything is exist. Everything is exist. Not only exist, but then there are many things that are not. There are many things that are not seeable, not seeable. All exist, such as God. The God is not seeable, but the God is exist. If the God is not there, we wouldn't be survive. The God is the one who's serving you the food, who's arranging the beds, arranging the house, arranging the business, arranging the money, arranging everything, arranging the health, wealth, everything. The God is there. If you don't believe in a God, you are punished. You are going to be punished. The God will be very angry, and God will put you in trouble. So this is what they say. So you have to be very cautious, and you have to be very, always continuously pleasing the God. So the majority of the non-Buddhist people or non-Buddhist religion, they always say that everything is exist. But the Buddhists say that, they are not existing as it is appears to be, as they are there. To us, the house, this building is made out of the cement, and then this is there. This will be like forever there, I would say. Like to us, it's like that. It's a very solidly built, and it's supposed to be there forever. God knows what does it mean, but we just think that it's a forever. It's a ever sort of going kind of thing. So this is there. So to us, it's a kind of a true. That is relatively true, but ultimately speaking, it is not for forever. It is just a very, very impermanent. Every day it is breaking down, and something else is coming. So there is every day, every minute, every second, every moment, it is changing. This huge building is changing every moment, every second. So it's not there. That the first second, whatever it is there, is no longer exist in a second. And the second, whatever it is there, is no longer there on a third second. So that the second by second, it is changing, and it is not only changing, but it is disappearing, and it is appearing, and it's disappearing. So it's like it's a really like a moment by moment, you can say it's an impermanent. It is an illusion. It is not there. It is not there. Even though we feel that it's there. Why? Because we feel anyway, for example, if you go to a river, for a Ganges river or whatever the river, you guys have maybe a river in Vietnam or anywhere else, China or Hong Kong and Taiwan. You guys have a lot of river. So you can look at your river and then see, you just sit there. Just to sit there in the front of a river and they see it. This river has been there for I don't know how many years. Thousand, millions of years maybe, And also this morning the river is existing as it is right now here. It is there. This is permanently there. This river, so-called so-and-so river, is permanently there because it has been there for many, many years, and it has there. So we think that it's a river is very permanent, but actual fact, we don't have to be very clever and very smart to understand the river is not existing. Why? Because the river means the water, the continuation of water. The water flows and water goes, and within 1 minute, where the 1 minute, I think, at least, average wise, at least the 1 kilometers may be gone, 1 kilometer may be gone, average, But if there's a very fast flow, maybe then there's maybe even more. So 1 kilometer gone. So this river is not exist. It's gone already, So this is a new river. But the new river also is going any minutes, every minute, moment, second, it's just going, keep on going. It is what we call samsara, sansar. It is the wheel of the living. So this is the wheel. There is a wheel actually doesn't mean that really the wheel, that the physical wheel, but wheel actually means going, moving. It's not exist. It's just moving, going, keep on going. Tathagata, Teyatha, Om Gate, Parasangate, Bodhi Soha, This keep on going. Nothing is staying there. Even though you feel that the river is there, river has been there for a long time. We think like that. It is not. Every moment that changes the river, so that the river is no longer there actually. You can say that no longer is there. But then relatively river is there, the water is flowing beautifully, and we can go on the boat, and we can swim, and all these things. Yes, but that the river itself is there or not, you can just simply check. It's a very simple that the river is not there. But then we have a kind of a concept that we call it like a concept of concept of how do you say concept of present mix what do you call that? Present and past being together, being same. So that is the thing, Ngachi Chingzin, we call it Ngachi Chingzin. So I think this is maybe good. Ngachi Chingzin means, the present, the past is past, and the present, the same, different actually. Past means past, finished, and present means present. But we have a kind of peculiar kind of concept that says past and the present is the same, kind of similar thing. A past is never past, it's the present. We think like that. So that is the tokpa, or the concept that makes us feel attached. We attached. So this is the attachment that Lord Buddha doesn't want us to have that. This is the reason why the Buddha Shakyamuni teaching, or the Buddha's teaching, always well known, known to be saying non-attachment is the principle of the Buddha's teaching. Non-attachment. That is the thing. We shouldn't be attached, being the river being the same. Yesterday the river and the today is the same. 1,000 years ago this river was there, and this just present river is the same. So that is the concept that we have, which is the attachment. That is what the attachment that the Buddha Shakyamuni prohibits us to have that. So this is something we should really understand when we say non-attachment. So what I'm saying is that, how do you say? Yeah. So now in a Vajrayana visualization, for instance, we take the visualization as a very principal practice of the Vajrayana. Okay, visualization again. Are you allowed, or are you sort of recommend to do the visualization with the concept of this particular concept, this peculiar concept, that for example Vajradhara, or the Guru Padmasambhava, or Guru Buddha Shakyamuni, all these things you visualize, and then the visualization, when you visualize that particular Buddha is being permanent, being there, being exist. If you think like that, that is attachment. This is what we call, we call it, I don't know in English, but we call it in Tibetan Tsenche. Tsen means the Tsenma, what do you call that? Okay, so you can say attachment, attachmental visualization. Visualization with attachment. That is not right, actually. But of course, for the time being, and for the beginner like us, that itself is also a part of the Guru Yoga, part of the training. So even though you have an attachment that is considered not to be that bad, that is not so severe, actually it is not right. If you ask whether that is a right thing to do or not, it is not right. Why? Because you do have an attachment to the Buddha being exist. Buddha cannot be exist. Of course, most of the Buddhist practitioners, they debate about that, non-existence and existence. So when we talk about existence, when we talk about non-existence, we always say wife is not exist, the husband is not exist, wealth is not exist, family member is not exist, this and that. But when we talk about, okay, then hang on, what about the Buddha? Then they keep silent. They just don't say anything. They just keep silent. Why? Because they don't want to say non-exist. The Buddha is also not exist. You cannot say that because there's a taboo, They just feel that it's like it's like a disrespect or I don't know, something bad. So they just keep quiet. But it's not. Actually, you can raise your voice, say, Buddha is not exist. Definitely. Why Buddha should be exist? Buddha is not exist. Buddha is not exist. Anything, nothing is not. Nothing is exist in this world. Nothing, including the Buddha Shakyamuni, is not exist. Of course not. Then why? Now you talk about the Buddha. Okay, then why you are talking about the Buddha? You're talking about the Buddha is because the Buddha nature, the nature that you have to be realized. We are talking about the Buddha. Whenever we say Buddha Shakyamuni, doesn't matter, whatever the Buddha you're talking about, it refers your own nature, which is unfabricated nature, which is already there since beginningless of the time till today, and it will be like there for forever. It is the nature. It is not neither exist nor non-exist. It is something that is a union between the existence and non-existence. So that is the Buddha nature. That is the nature that we cannot avoid. We have to be happy about. We have to be rejoiced about this. Why? Because this is the reason why we can purify, we can improve, we can do everything. If that is not there, primordially, then what is the reason why we should be practicing? And there will never be able to gaining anything out of practice. So therefore we can, for example, if the coal, if just one piece of coal, if you want to wash that and make it to white, make it crystalline white, but this is a coal that you cannot make it white because it's a black. The inside from outside, from inside to outside, it is a black. You cannot wash it. So it's not like that. We are not like that. We are primordially Buddha. Primordially crystally light. Primordially we are great perfection, Mahamudra. We are Buddha Shakyamuni. We are Guru Padmasambhava. We are all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and Daka Dakinis. We are primordially. So now what is happening is that because of the dualistic mind, we have been accumulating lot of defilements, lot of negativities and negative karmas. So therefore we cannot see the nature. We are very much obscurate about from seeing the nature. So therefore, then what we have to do is we have to clean that, and then after cleaning that, there is a white stuff. There is a white or clean stuff. That is Buddha nature. But what is Buddha nature? If you ask, as I said right now, Buddha nature is not exist. Buddha nature is non-existence and existence, union between the non-existence and existence. So therefore the Buddhism is very, 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 as I mentioned the other day, I think I said Buddhism considered to be a very confusing. Because the Buddhist doesn't even say the Buddha nature is existence. Buddhists even say Buddha nature is also non-existence and the existence. Between the non-existence and existence, the union So therefore, what I'm trying to say right now is, of course, I'm just talking too much. But actually, what I'm trying to say is that the attachment, you have to demolish the attachment. Attachment is really the Mara. That's for sure. That's for sure. But you have to know what is attachment. That is I'm telling you many times. I'm repeating it many times. Why? Because I don't want my student to misunderstand. And then they go through lots of unnecessary problems, Of course, because then they have to avoid their family, they have to avoid their salary, their job, their house, their belongings, everything, in the name of practicing Buddhism, because you misunderstood. And obviously that will finally that blame will go to the master, whoever he or she is. In here, for example, the blame comes to me. Definitely. He is the one who told me to give up my beautiful job, my beautiful wife, my beautiful husband. And the blame me definitely will come to me. For sure. Back in Europe, once I was giving teachings, every year. So that time, there was a one lady, who just all of a sudden she just decided not to eat anything. So she's not eating. So she was sick. She was sick very badly, and she was hardly can walk. She was hallucination, she was in hallucination, and she can see a lot of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and she can imagine many sorts of things, and she was really having a big problem. And then during the teaching, we decided to take her to a hospital. And of course, she refused to go to hospital. But then, I asked her. So of course, eventually she went. We took her to the hospital. And the hospital says, oh no, she's so weak. So she hasn't been eating anything. So then we asked, you didn't eat anything, did you? Then she said, I wasn't there, but my people asked her. Then she said, no, I didn't eat. Why? Because the holiness said that I shouldn't eat. For God's sake, why should I ask people not to have food? But that is the thing. I may be saying, maybe in my teaching, saying that, we, because of our ignorant, because of the whatever attachment, we run after the food, we run after this thing, and then therefore we waste a lot of time and energy, so therefore we are like an animal or something like that. Maybe I must have said something like that. And she understood that we are now not allowed to eat anymore. So she didn't eat for months and months. Can you beat it? So of course, luckily she was there in the teaching. So then we took him to the doctor, and the doctor said, what kind of master is that? So she really, the doctor thought that, her master is a cult. It's a very dangerous master, because he's asking his disciple and student not to eat food. That is really difficult. So this, I was blamed, and I was really blackmailed. Definitely, it is like a blacklisted, I would say. And it is not good, not good for me, not good for the student, and after all, it is not good for the Buddhist teaching. Since this is not a message of the Buddha Shakyamuni. If that is a message of the Buddha Shakyamuni, then it's okay. What to do? The Buddha Shakyamuni said that. So of course, what to do? There's nothing much to do. But that's not a message of Buddha Shakyamuni. But the Buddha Shakyamuni message is, you should not be carried away by the dualistic attitude, the concept. That is the thing. Carrying away by the dualistic, or driven away by the dualistic attitude, that continuation of drive, of this kind of, I don't know, whatever you may call the concept, dualistic concept. That is the thing that really Buddhist doesn't want. Buddha Shakyamuni doesn't want us to have that. Because actual fact, these are nothing but the concept. As I said this, the couple of days ago, I already said, the flower I think the first day, I think it was the first day, flower. This particular yellow flower, very nice flower. I would say this is very nice, very yellow, very nice. I love yellow flower. You guys, some of you guys can come here and then look at this. Wow, this is awful. I hate the yellow flower. This is not a very good flower. This is not good. This is not healthy. This is not expensive enough. This is what, And you can say that you can have a heaps of reason why this flower is ugly and horrible. But I have a heaps of reason that this flower is good. So therefore, these things are not exist on, the good flower is not existing on its own nature. Bad flower, horrible flower is not existing on its own nature. So, of course, this is the reason why we say that the nothing is exist as it is appears to be. As it is appears to, this appears to be, to me, as a very flower, and a very, very, very nice flower, and attractive flower. But this Mr. will say, no, this is not at all attractive. This is terrible. So this is not existent. Nothing is terrible. Flower is not exist. To him, it appears to be like that. But for him is also, his concept says this flower is horrible, and my concept, my dualistic concept says this flower is wonderful. So my concept says, and if I follow that, and phonetically I have that this Mr. and this Mr. both follows my phonetically our concept, then we never be able to achieve the enlightenment. Neither him nor me. Nothing. Nobody will have it, because we are caught up with this flower. This flower this flower, misconcept on this flower makes us paralyzed. Totally paralyzed. Totally paralyzed. We cannot do anything. Even though we pretend we do practices, ritual practices, and hundreds of thousands of GuruYoga recitations and hundreds of thousands of prostration, yes, they will help you to purify some defilement or the negativities. Yes, for sure. And mantras definitely help you to do some extent it will help you. But actually, they will not give the enlightenment. Why? Because the enlightenment is within non-existence of the flower. Enlightenment is not in the existence of flower, but the non-existence of flower. But then, when you go a little deeper, is that so? Is that all about the enlightenment? Non-existence of flower is the enlightenment. Is it so? If you ask, then the answer is no. Non-existence of flower is not at all an enlightenment. It is an enlightenment, but it is not the enlightenment. Enlightenment is non-existence. Non-existence of this flower is also non-existence. Is not exist. So then it comes to the existence. So existence is with the non-existence. Union is the enlightenment. It's an enlightenment and the enlightenment. Is this different? We have to understand that. The enlightenment is not necessarily, an enlightenment is not necessarily the enlightenment. That we have to understand. So, now going back to non-attachment, going back to the visualization. Now, many of the Vajrayana practitioners, unfortunately, we have a very strong attachment towards Guru, towards Daka, towards Dakinis, towards whatever, the miracles, magic, towards the fact, since, scene of flying, scene of diving, scene of changing water into flower, flower into fire, fire into wind, or the rock into a horse into a Mercedes car into a BMW, that sort of, the miracle, the magic. So that the Vajrayana is nothing but the magic show, magical kind of thing, mysterious. This is the reason why many books, now I don't know, they are, I think, no longer popular. But before, when I was young, for example, when I was around 20s, there are a few books very, very, very sort of popular about the Tibetan Buddhism, and they call it Lamaism. Lamaism, and that means the full of magic, that is the Buddhism, and they think that this is really the Buddhism and the Vajrayana, but actually it is not. Nonsense. Magical, miracle, magic, all these things are maybe a part of the performance of the Buddhist achievement. But these are not at all a miracle. Milarepa said, what I did, what I performed for you is not a miracle. What you and myself think that phenomena are, the world is miracle. Actually, the miracle is world. The thing that, for example, the thing that this mug is, the fact that this mug is on the table is a miracle, actually, that is the miracle. And actual fact that I am talking to you is a miracle. And the actual fact you guys are looking at my face is a miracle. That is the miracle. And by 12 o'clock we get hungry. That is a miracle, And then we go to a kitchen and then there's a food is a miracle, And these are the miracle. Actual miracle is the actual way of living in this world is a miracle, This is what Milarepa said. So this so-called miracle that Milarepa performed. Milarepa changed rocks into water and swim. And the water into a rock, and then he just bang his head on this rock, and that sort of thing is not miracle. He said it's not miracle. It is a reality. He said that is a reality. The thing that we are thinking that it's a reality and relevance are really the miracle. So this is the opposite. We live really the opposite because of the ego language, very strong ego language which we have in our mind, talking always, teaching always, Inner teaching is always given. But that is the teaching, not the correct one, the incorrect teaching, that continuously given. So therefore we are so converted on that way. That is a very much inner religion. That is a religion that we believe since beginningless of the time till today. So everything is normal. Mug is on the table, of course it's normal. And the mug is full of water, it is normal. And I'm drinking water, yes, it's normal. Everything is normal. So that is not normal actually, it is miracle. We have to understand that is a miracle. That is something really, this is a subtle, but it's a very, very important, I'm sitting on the table, the throne is a miracle. If I flute and levitate myself and come on you, that is not miracle. That is fact. That is the fact. That is the reality. So these yogis, they can manage to fly the vase and go to you and give the initiation and give the nectars, and they can manage for them to levitate and come to you, and levitate and go to high up in the mountain, and all these things. Like not only Milarepa but many yogis, even recent also there are many yogis they do that, and we think this is a miracle. This is a fabulous. But it's not fabulous. It's fabulous. Why? Because we have never seen that. So it's like something that is not seen. So it's a fabulous, but it's not. Actually, from the yogi's point of view, that is a reality. The fact that we cannot fly is a miracle. We cannot fly is miracle. It's a miracle. It's a magic. It's a really miracle. It's something shocking that we cannot fly. Why? Why we cannot fly? That is something not understandable, The fact that we cannot change water into fire is a miracle. It's a sad thing. It's the flower. The water can be changed into the flower, flame. It's not a problem at all because there is no difference between the water and the flower. No, water and the fire. No difference. So why cannot this full of jag, the jag of water can be flower? Why cannot? Why cannot? This is something not understandable. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a really magic. Something is wrong. That's something to be surprised about. If I can change water into a fire right now, it's not at all surprise. It's the fact. That's of course, it's a fact because the reality is like that. There is no difference. The union between the fire and then the water is the fact. It's really the reality. So I'm showing it. I'm just performing it. It's a very natural. It is a fact. So that is the thing. Why the reason when my Miller Rebbe always keep on saying that what I did is not a miracle. Real miracle is what you are really performing right now. You are the miracle performer. He said, he look at his farmer and said, you are the miracle performer. You are the great one. That you are doing something very funny thing. I'm not doing. I'm the reality. I'm doing, what I'm doing is the reality thing. That actually means, of course, as I said, I'll repeat again, that the fact that not only me, we can't fly. We jump, we can't fly. What? This is a very funny thing. Very funny. Very miracle. This is a miracle. That you have to understand, So this is the thing. So what I'm saying is that, the visualization also, the visualization is really something the visualization definitely have to understand or have to be done with the true understanding of the miracle, true understanding of the reality form of the phenomena. That's very, very important. We cannot be attached. Attached means, you understood now. I don't have to repeat again. Attachment means misconcept. The concept, the concept. You shouldn't be meditating, you shouldn't be visualizing, you shouldn't be reciting mantras with the dualistic concept. Even though you may find it quite important as a beginner. You may find it quite important and quite acceptable, and it is needed because there's no other way to do visualization. So visualization with the concept of what we call sometimes conceptual meditation, conceptual visualization. So that is needed, even though that is not right, 100% right, but it is needed. That is not right. Why? Because as I said, we are then having a little bit of attachment to the Guru being a human being, Guru being a great, and deity, for example, Vajradhara, Chakra Sambhava, Kalachakra, Guru Padma Sambhava, and this and that, all these things are very much attached. There are many foreigners and many newcomers. They always, they express, maybe that's just an expression, but I don't know. I love Guru Padma Sambhava. What does it mean? I love Avalokiteshvara. I love Chakra Sambhava. I love Kalachakra. That to me and to my new tiny understanding, I think they are treating even deities as their own preference. Preference. They just they prefer this one, not that one. I like that, not this one. So this means I love this one, but not that one. That means it comes back to you the reality, real. Chakra Sambhava is a real thing, and Kalachakra is a real thing. Guru is a real thing, real thing. Whatever you think of, but it has to be a real thing. So then this is the reason why you are not doing, you're not completing the practice of visualization. So Guru visualizing, for example, you visualize Guru, whatever comes quite comfortable and quite sort of acceptable, you are most welcome to do that. But actual fact is that you should not be attached. You should not be attached. Guru being even Buddha is also not right. Eventually it's not right. Of course, first of all, you should really watch out that you are whether you are caught up with the idea of Guru being a human being. That is a very, very important thing that you have to really be watching out. That means like you should really be sort of like stopping that kind of concept. But then second concept may be, oh, my Guru is not a human being but can be Vajradhara. That is also not right. Vajradhara as a spirit, as a Buddha. Or my Guru is really he's not a human being, he's a Naropa. For example, in my case, many people in my student, they say, oh, you are a Naropa, aren't you? You are coming in the form of you yourself. But actual fact, you are Naropa. I believe that. But that is also not right. Of course you have to believe that your Guru is emanation of so and so and so. Yes, okay, relatively. And of course you can say your Guru is direct emanation of Guru, the Avalokiteshvara. Yes, okay. But then your Guru said that, your Guru can be, known as emanation or just a reflection or whatever you may say. Is a Guru, you can say Buddha Shakyamuni. It's also the same. There's nothing wrong. But actual fact, what you have to understand is not an emanation or not a manifestation. It is not manifestation or not a sign or not a presentation. This is a Buddha. He or she is really the Buddha. Means the union, the Mahamudra. So that is the understanding. So in order to understand that, one's first step, that is a step, 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 steps, okay? But the first step, most important step is visualization. Visualizing him as Guru Padmasambhava. That is the first step. Not that he is a Guru Padmasambhava. He is Guru Padmasambhava from the ultimate point of view, but visualization-wise, it is not meant to say that your Guru is Guru Padmasambhava. No, it meant to say that your Guru is a Buddha. That is the reason why we are recommending your Guru, yourself to visualize your Guru as Guru Padmasambhava. It's a step. Just one step of a lesson, one step of GuruYoga. So that this visualization will, keep you little distance from the mundane attachment. Guru being a Tibetan. Guru being a Tibetan, Guru being a Vietnamese, Guru being an Indian. These kind of normal, mundane concept will be distant, will be little far away. Why? Because you have a now visualization done of Guru Padmasambhava. Not as a human being at all. You're not even looking at the human being form of Guru. You are looking at the Guru Padmasambhava's Thanga, Guru Padmasambhava's statue, Guru Padmasambhava's painting as your Guru. So therefore you are, this is a skillful method. This is an antidote. Very much antidotes to the concept, normal, ordinary concept, on your Guru being a human being, a Tibetan, Vietnamese, this thing, that thing, his name is that, he's born in this country, this place, that sort of thing. All these concepts will be like a little bit kept sight, kept not so important. Right now it's so important. Where is my Guru born? Who is my Guru? This and that. My Guru is born in that. Oh, this was then with the rainbow, and when my Guru was born, there was a lot of rainbow, and then there's a lot of drizzling, and flower drizzling from the sky, from nowhere. Oh, my Guru is great, and also he was born, and then that time, his mother thought that, my father. It's the sort of different sort of things, they say. All the stories are there. Okay, for the relatively, for really beginners and for, for those kindergarten people, very important to have that, It's like a kindergarten babies. For the kindergarten babies, you need a lot of different things, funny things, teddy bears and all these, you have to have funny drawings and potatoes. Even the drawing of a potato also makes a lot of sense to them, So of course you make a big potato and then say, this is a potato. And then, then the babies will say, there's a potato, oh, potato. And then the carrot, and then the cat, C-A-T, cat. Oh, then you can sing a little bit like a cat also, meow, meow, meow. And then that makes a lot of sense to the baby, So this is the way that they are surrounded with, They are surrounded with that sort of, I wouldn't say stupid. That's their moment. That's their moment. That's their period. So when that kind of period you are in, you have to be, having all sorts of different funny things to entertain yourself. So similarly, that the Buddha emanation, the incarnation, the Buddha's incarnations and Buddha's manifestations are, when they come, they will show many drizzling, and the rainbows and, funny things, then dragon thundering, When I was born, there was a thunder like a non-stop for a few hours. That's what they say. I don't know, but God will know, but not me. Anyway, so there's a people think it's amazing, it's great, but actually it's nothing. It's just a rubbish. It doesn't need to be there. It's like that. It's just primordially they are Buddhist. Primordially they are Buddha. They are Buddha, so the drizzling is there or not, there's a rainbow is there or not, it doesn't matter. They are the Buddha. So this is what we have to understand as a Guru Yoga. These small things are also, you cannot say that these things are bad. Usually it's an illusion, it's bad, it's not needed, not respected, I'm not respecting all the... No, these things are very much needed for those people, kindergarten people, This is just a small, that the majority of the people in the world are kindergarten people, kindergarten babies. We are in a kind of a state where the kindergarten babies are supposed to be. So this is the thing. So therefore, for us, for relatively, we are very much like that sort of situation. So therefore, all the important signs are. Important means all the strange signs are that way. And of course, when the master dies, there's a relic comes. It's a very funny thing. I feel very funny, Why the relic is there? Why? Because the people believe that this is something big thing. Wow, there's many relics is coming. So of course, as long as the people are happy, the master gives a lot of relics. And sometimes commonly the relics are very, very small, whitish pill kind of thing, and it comes like in kilos and kilos, and they just give out of their body, they just give, okay, are you happy? If you are happy, take it, just to make you happy, but it doesn't mean anything. But it, they're performing that, providing these sort of things, And Shakya Shri, for instance, he performed not many, but he performed egg size this thing, and it's still alive. Egg size, the very big relics that coming from his body is like an egg size. I think few of them. So that's the thing. But mostly the little pill, a lot of pills are coming out, kilos, unbelievable. This is why, because it's a performance, just a performing that, just to make people happy. People are like a kindergarten, so therefore, you have to do all sorts of different things, that's the reason, there's in English, when you teach English to the people, like children, ba, black sheep, something like that, this ba means what? Ba, there's a sheeps saying that, sheeps, they sing like that. So the children, they like, So this is children's song. So there's the same thing. We are children. We are being children. So the gurus has to do a lot of things, So anyway, the actual fact is that, no matter whether there is a sign or not, whether there is a relics or not, doesn't matter. Oh, this master doesn't give relics, so what is this? How come this master may be not so good? So no, you can't say that. He decided not to give the relics because maybe he forgotten. I don't know. Maybe he thought that it's not important. I don't know. So he decided not to give relic. So it's okay. It's not a big deal, But we pick a lot of big deal, How come this master, supposed to be having a relic, but he didn't give me anything. We can't find any relics from his body. So how come, So the people think, it's something wrong with him. This is not right. Raga Ase, Chagme Rinpoche said, Chagme Rinpoche is one Raga Ase, that one is a great master. He said, the great master, when they die or when they expire, they leave the body. Sometimes they leave body with the cross-legged, and sometimes they sleep. Sometimes they just stand and they leave the body. Doesn't matter. Whatever the form that they in a style, whatever the form or style that they leave the body, doesn't matter. They they choose that way. So don't worry, So this is what he said, very highlighted really. Why? Because the Tibetan people, they're always expecting the master to be leaving their body in a cross-legged, and then they just very much like a meditative body, But people, this is because of ignorance, because of attachment. Because of the attachment. Why? Because the publicly, we are being children. So we think that the carrot has to be very big, huge like this. But the carrot is very small. But the painting, when we paint the carrot, is a so big one. So the children thinks, carrot means so big with the big leaf at the end. But it's not. A carrot sometimes comes very small. But the children, they don't know. Children has a very big expectation. So children know that the carrot is huge one. Because the master, the teachers, they always teach you, this is a carrot, very big one, like half a meter. So that is the thing. But it is not. So similarly, that we as the practitioner, we have a wrong concept that the Guru is a Buddha, okay? People say Guru is Buddha. Okay, that means Guru has to sit cross-legged all the time. And especially, when he dies, of course he has to sit cross-legged. If he's not, then something wrong, finished. So this is the concept that we have. Very strong, very, very weak concept, very, I don't know, whatever you may call, very peculiar kind of concept that keeps you away from the main Guru. That keeps you away from the main authentic Guru. Authentic Guru is the union between the existence and non-existence. That is no longer respected. That main Guru, the secret Guru, the genuine authentic Guru is no more respected, no longer respected. Nothing. This is not even considered as a Guru. Guru is definitely the Guru is Buddha, has to be Buddha all the time. So therefore it's the Chagme Rinpoche, the Raga Ase, he said it in the teaching very clearly that one should not be attached to the idea that how Guru died. Buddha Shakyamuni, for instance, he died in sleep mode. The stretched, lying down, and he died. And many of the masters, they died cross-legged, because they are always cross-legged. They don't sleeping, they don't sleep. So therefore, of course, there's nothing special anyway. When they die also, they sleep like this. So of course, they sit like this. So that's, then they become like a popular, very popular. So one or two masters, when they die, lie down. It's a taboo, It's really become a very big issue. Wow, why? How come this master lying down? See, look at his body. He lied down and he died in a bed, comfortable bed. How come, So that is not right. He said, the Chamir Rinpoche, the great master, he said that. Therefore, it's just a little bit of a gossip, but many of our Tibetan society, Tibetan people, Tibetan disciples, when they found their master died in lying down peacefully in the bed, they quickly, without telling anybody, they quickly make it up and sit cross-legged, and they show to the people, look at my master, he's sitting like this, It's bluff. It's a lying. It's a great lie, He's sleeping. He's lying. He slept. He died peacefully in his sleep. Oh, why not? Leave it there. But then they take a lot of effort to put him sit up and and then that and maybe they make up and all these things, and they see, look, my great guru, he's sitting like this. He looks so smiling all the time, see. No way. Why? This thing is happening. Unfortunately, it is happening. Some stupid students, they do that. And this is really is a very sad, because of misunderstanding. These things are happening. Very sad. However, I don't want to take much of your time telling all these nonsense, but actually the GuruYoga actually has to be practiced with a visualization. So visualization, when we visualize, then you have to visualize maybe a Guru Vajradhara or something, but without fanatic concept of being Vajradhara. That is very important. Without a fanatic concept of your Guru being Guru Padmasambhava. That is very important, Without a fanatic concept. That is fanatic concept is really a killer. No matter what you are concepting or what you are dreaming on, but cannot be dreamed with the fanatic idea. That is the door that you can open. That is really the door opening, the eye opening kind of a point. If you do not have a fanatic idea towards your Guru Vajradhara, towards your Guru Amitabha, towards your Guru being Buddha Shakyamuni, yes. But then, if you don't have a fanatic idea, then your idea will be opening. It is like a door opener. It will be the key of opening the door so that you can see Guru is Buddha. Guru is Buddha, no problem. Otherwise, if you do not have that key to open that door and continuously thinking that my Guru is Bodhisattva, my Guru is a Guru Vajradhara, then what about your Guru? Is your Guru considered to be Verochana? No. My Guru is not Verochana. No way. He's a Buddha Amitabha. He's a Buddha Amitabha. And then, then you say, oh yeah. Then sometime you can say, that sometime people can go that much of extreme, They say Amitabha, within Amitabha also they say, my Guru is Tibetan Amitabha, not the Chinese Amitabha, not the fat one, the skinny one, that sort of things, And then of course you can go on and on and on. There's no end, And my Amitabha, this my Amitabha, our Amitabha, not your Amitabha, somewhere, you have a somewhere there, down there, there's an Amitabha also, but that's their Amitabha, my Amitabha, that is the thing. So, within Amitabha also there are lots of problems. Within the five family Buddha, there's a lot of problems, I have seen that, I said that once, once in another time I said, but not this time. I've forgotten to say. But anyway, this is not so important. But when I was in Japan, that time I think a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, I think I was in Japan, and then I was invited to a temple, and I didn't know that that was that big issue, and then that time I was we were talking about Amitabha, this Amitabha Buddha here. So it did the master there. He was very upset, and very sadly he said, it's so sad to hear that you are building an Amitabha. I said, what? Why is so sad for you, And I said, and then he said, why? Why are you building an Amitabha? I said, Amitabha. Then, of course, I genuinely said, Amitabha is considered to be a father of all the Buddha, and because of the reality of our own desire. So the reality of desire is Amitabha. So the desire is really the cause of the samsara. So when it comes to the divine kind of realm, then of course the Buddha, all the Buddhas are representing or representation or sort of like sort of derived from the discriminating wisdom, which is the wisdom of Amitabha. So I said that and this and that, but he didn't understood, I think, what I'm saying. And he said, anyway, overall, I am from Virochana sect. So I was very much willing to help you to build your Buddha, but I was thinking that you are building the Buddha Virochana. But now we are sorry, we can't help you. We can't do anything. We are so sad. He's really feeling very sad and very sorry. So the Amitabha sect and the Virochana sect and all these different, then the Akyobe sect, I think so. Then they have a sect, very strong idea of sectarianism between the Buddhas, Amitabha sect, Virochana sect. I have never heard of it until I went to Japan. So this is the thing, very, very sad. So this is a very severe thing, it's a very serious. It's not a hidden thing or that particular master understood wrongly or something like that. No, it is firmly built. It is very firmly respected that way, and it is very much the issue in the country. Nobody said that this is wrong. Everything said, yes, right, you are the Virochana sect. I am the Amitabha sect, and this guy is the sect of sect of whatever that is, Akyobe sect. And I feel very sad about it. Of course, even though Tibetan has a lot of different sects, yellow sect, blue sect, green sect, black sect, red sect, multicolor sect, But we have but unfortunately we have that. But this is different just because of hat. If you wear blue, then blue sect, I think. If you wear black sect, and then if you wear the red hat, the red sect. We say that, but this is not very severe when it comes to really the abbot or something. Then they know that is not a very big issue. But for the common being, that's quite a big issue because of the yellow and this and that. But anyway, in Japan, it is a very, very big issue between the different Buddhas. So this is what I'm saying. The fanatic, if you start all these practice with the fanatic thing, then you can be in trouble, in big trouble. You can be asking trouble, in your path. So therefore, you have to diminish the idea of fanatic idea on your guru being a certain specific guru, a Buddha, specific Buddha. No. For the time being in your practice, you are doing Vrajadhara. You are doing Guru Padmasambhava. It doesn't matter, but inside, mentally, you should not be fanatic, attached fanatically. So that is very, very important. Therefore, it is, first step is the visualization. because just to kill the fanatic idea on your Guru being a human being, then you first step is you are recommended to practice or visualization of your Guru being a something else. That is the first step. And the second step is then you have to do your best not to be attached to the idea of your Guru being a Vajradhara. Your Guru being a Guru Padmasambhava. You have to how do you say, you have to take out that sort of concept if you have that. Therefore, the visualization, generally speaking, we always say when we visualize Buddha, say when you visualize Guru Padmasambhava, when you visualize Guru Vajradhara. Yes, you can visualize, but when you visualize it, the Vajradhara appearance is nothing but the emptiness. That is something that we always recommend. Vajradhara is emptiness, but not as a gold, not as a wooden made, or not as a crystal made, or a coral made, coral made and turquoise made and all these things. No, even though it's very expensive, coral, turquoise, and I don't know, all these, all these jewels, and the gold is a very, very expensive, especially these days. It's very, very expensive. So it's a Vajradhara made out of gold. Must be very expensive and must be respected, but then it is it doesn't serve any purpose of the meditation, the visualization. So what you have to do is you have to understand that the Vajradhara is not made of any of these jewels or the expensive phenomena. It is the Vajradhara is nothing but emptiness. That's it, emptiness. Vajradhara is emptiness. How come the Vajradhara is emptiness? While you are visualizing so many colorful things, how can you say that you are visualizing emptiness? No, it colorfuls and jewels and all these things, and he's with his consort and everything is there, exists very strongly. Why? Because that's the reason that they say existence. That what you visualize is the existence, but the nothingness that you really have to understand and develop, that is the non-existence. So, therefore, Vajradhara is nothing but the union between the existence and non-existence. So that is the thing. So Vajradhara is union between the non-existent and existence. Same with the Guru Padmasambhava, same with Guru Guru Amitabha, same with the Guru Avalokiteshvara, same. Everything is non-exist, yet existence. So therefore united, union, great union, Maha Mudra. Mudra is a union, Maha, big, great. So great union. That is very, very important. So you have to understand that you are visualizing any kind of thing, no matter, regardless of visualizing Vajradhara, Guru Padmasambhava, any kind of thing, you have to see that Guru is non-existence. Yet it exists. Why? Because non-existence, you can't say non-existence, full stop. You can't put a full stop right after that. No. Non-existence, yes, but then it exists. It's there. He's talking, for example, he's talking, he's there. I can touch and I can hear his voice. Yes, that is exactly what it means by union. It's non-existence, yet it exists. So therefore, these two phenomena, great phenomena, united together. So that is the Maha Mudra. So now you will understand what you mean by Guru is Mahamudra, nothing but Mahamudra. Guru is nothing but it's emptiness. That is the thing. But the step by step. First say Guru is nothing. Guru is not a human being, but Guru is Vajradhara. Guru is not human being, but Guru is a Guru Padmasambhava, Guru Amitabha, etc., etc. As if Amitabha and Vajradharas exist. That's all. Exist as it is, appears to be, like a human being, or like a whatever the being in their form is. But that is first step. But the second step is, then when you recite the mantra, second step is, now you have to understand that the Guru is not even a Vajradhara. Vajradhara, yes, but Vajradhara itself is not existing as it is, appears to be. I don't know whether it is very familiar, the Vajradhara statue is very familiar with you or not. You guys maybe not so familiar because it's a Vajrayana's figure. But anyway, Amitabha. You don't have to say Vajradhara. Amitabha is a very, very, very popular in Vietnam and in any other Buddhist country. So you can say Amitabha. Amitabha is so vivid, and Amitabha is so vivid and so clearly kind of visualized and also clearly kind of seen, and will believe that is a great Buddha. It's a so-called great Buddha. It's a nice, very, very thing. So it's a very much formed, very, very strong form. And that is, now we have attachment. We have attachment to Amitabha. So that is now when you put the Guru inside, then you say, Guru Amitabha. I am visualizing my Guru as an Amitabha. So it's even more stronger, more sort of illusion. More illusion and more strong in terms of illusion. That is not right. You have to put a Guru there, and then the Amitabha is like an existence, non-existence. Yet it's not exist. So therefore it is a union. So it is a union, great union, Mahamudra. So that is something you have to understand when you come to merging the Guru, your existence Guru, to the Amitabha, and then with the Amitabha. So you said like that. So it's a great Mahamudra, great mudra, great union, great perfection, Mahamudra. So that is second step. You can say second step, And then after that, then the Guru Amitabha is of course now the third step or the final step is, then you have to understand that is not that Amitabha, Guru Amitabha is not only the Amitabha being a union, but that union and myself also not exist, not separated, inseparable. So what sometimes we call it like a inseparable awareness of inseparability. This is what we say. Awareness of inseparability means inseparability between you and yourself, either your Guru Amitabha and yourself. There is a kind of a notion, very strong notion that very much separated, My Guru, my holy Guru, my holy Amitabha is there. So, but then, I am here, unholy person. So that is what the concept says. So that, the third step is that the mixing or merging or uniting these two things. Inseparability, between yourself and yourself as a samsara, and the Guru Amitabha as a nirvana. So the nirvana and the samsara inseparable. Nirvana is primordially the samsara is primordially nirvana. And nirvana is not different, not separated or not. Not separated from the samsara. So, there's a union. So therefore the third step is the non-separability between you and the Guru. So the Guru, that's the reason GuruYoga has all the practice of GuruYoga has at the end the dissolution comes. The Guru Padmasambhava or Guru Amitabha or Guru Shakyamuni, whatever your Guru the visualized, that will dissolve into you, and you become you become inseparable from the Buddha, from the Guru. So that is the third step. So during these steps of the practices, the main sort of practices or the exercise is done by the reciting the mantra. In conjunction with the Guru Padma Sambhava, you are recommended to visualize the recite mantra of Om Ahum Vajra Guru Padma Siddhi Hum. And in conjunction with the Avalokiteshvara, Om Mani Padme Hum. And in conjunction with the Amitabha, Om Ami Devashi. And of course, then any kind of things, and also the supplications like prayers. There are texts of prayer texts, the prayer texts. You can do all sorts of prayings. On the praying through practice, praying, you can build the link. You can build the bridge between you and the Guru. Is the prayer. The prayer. Many masters, they say that the prayer is a bridge to reach to the other shore of the river, other shore of the ocean. If you have a bridge, then you can go there without getting wet, so you can get there very easily. So that's similar kind of thing. The prayer is a kind of a bridge between you and the Guru, or between samsara and the nirvana. That's all. So therefore, you pray. And the prayer, if you know what is the meaning of the prayer, yes, it's good. If don't, doesn't really matter. The actual praying, actual sort of meaning of the prayer is to merge together with your mind, Guru, with the Guru's mind. That actually means your mind with the dualistic conceptual mind, and Guru's mind, non-dualistic mind. Non-dualistic mind is the mind that is already trained and exercised, and the mind full of dualistic concept and conceptual mind is we call it wild mind, which is not yet trained. So if your mind is trained, then of course there is not much of chance for to be trapped by this conceptual mind. So therefore, you are the third step. You are very much recommended to visualize the Guru dissolve into you, and you become inseparable from Guru. Not only the body, but then the speech and the mind. All three become inseparable from the mind, from the body, which is the very skillful method. All these things are skillful method to detach yourself from the conceptual mind, conceptual thought, and conceptual sort of like a way of living in this world. So this is the what we have to do. So tomorrow, if we have a time, then we can talk about the ritual practices, how to practice and how to recite and all these things, and also need to go through a little bit of details about visualizations. But generally speaking, today what I said is that generally that you need to know how important the visualization, what is the purpose of visualization, in the Vajrayana, what we say visualization is there should be a purpose. So that's the reason I'm saying, the Vajrayana, the Tanta, the Sutrayana, the common Mahayana, we don't really have that much of visualization expressed or emphasized. Even though, of course, visualizations are there, but not that strongly emphasized. But in the Vajrayana, we very, very strongly emphasize how important the visualization is, because the visualization is, as I said before, it is really the key sort of a point or key sort of a antidotes and a method, skillful method to take take yourself away from the samsaric attachment, or take away from the conceptual mind. So now before wrapping up, I just want to say, you have to understand what I said in this teaching. You have to understand that. You have to understand, at least you have to understand one point what I said from this morning teaching. It is very important. You can't really remember every corners of the teachings, but of course you have to remember at least 1 or 2 points of this teaching, so that you will be able to sort of develop your life better and less less aggressive, less egoistic, less jealousy, less pride, and that sort of thing. It'll help you. Otherwise, what's the point? If it doesn't help your lifestyle, then you have got lots of teachings. Supposedly you have got volumes, like hundreds of volumes of teachings you have got, but it did not help you at all to minimize your emotions, afflictive emotions, anger, jealousy, etc. Then the teaching doesn't help at all. It's just a waste of money, waste of energy, waste of time. It's everything, it's just a great waste. So therefore, one needs to know little bit what I was saying, and what the Buddha said, and what bodhisattvas and scholars they have written. So we should know, we should understand a little bit, So in this context, or in this teaching this morning, what we talk about is that non-attachment. This is the kind of a highlighted kind of issue of this morning teaching. Non-attachment. That is very, very important. Non-attachment. So then you have to think about it many times, and then you will know, this is the way you will know the genuine, authentic Buddhist teaching. And then you will not be afraid of being Buddhist, or you will not be scared away by Buddhist terminology, and that sort of thing. Just before conclusion, just one of joke that I have in my mind. It just came in my mind. It's not a joke, but it's a kind of a joke. For me, it's a kind of a joke. When I was younger, I think those first time in Hong Kong I went, and very early morning, when people before people coming up, I just wanted to go for walk, and then that time my hotel place where this is a little bit like far away from the park. So then sometime I take they call it tram. So I went in a tram sometimes, and then when people are there already, and I sat there. And then I said there, people stand up and people get out. And I said, what happened? Why is it so that the people, because it's, they're respecting me, therefore they stand up, or what, I just sit there, they just stand up, and then they just, they go. And then, as do like that. And I feel quite awkward, but then I don't know what, maybe this is a respect, maybe what, maybe a wrong timing, maybe they have to go, anyway they have to go. Maybe the station is arriving, so of course they have to go. But then lately I came to know that the Chinese society, if they see a monk, very bad luck, for them. So this is really sad, very sad. Who said that, So this is because the wrong interpretation, fanaticism, This is what I'm saying, fanatic, very fanatic way of understanding Buddhism and Buddhist monk, Buddhist master, Buddhist, all are fanatically understood. Therefore, these poor passengers in the tram, they had to stand up and, okay, now finished. My day is finished, today. Whole day ruined by this man, this, shit, They may be thinking there is something terrible, So, but I didn't know. I was fully naive. I was just hopping up in the tram and going to the park, that's all. And then the minute I came in, they all stand up and they go. They just go, hey walk, So this is the reason why, this is a joke, Actually it's a kind of a actual thing, what had happened to me. But it can be, it can be seen as a joke also. But that's really is very sad also, I think so. And also it's interesting also that, how this thing, how the fanatic attitude and fanatic way of following Buddhism for eons and for generations and generations, Chinese generations, are many generations. It's not only just a few honky people. No, it's not like that. It's just many, I think maybe three, I don't know, the thousands of years, I think, people have been believing in that, So this is very, very sad, actually. As a Buddhist, is a very sad. If you are not Buddhist, then of course it's if this thing happens in the if this thing happens in the Iraq, Iran, Dubai. I wouldn't mind. Yes, okay. They don't want to see the monk because then monk will ruin their day. Yes, okay. Because maybe Quran said that, So it's okay. But as a Buddhist, they are Buddhist. The Chinese are Buddhist. And the Buddhist people believes that the Buddhist monk is the very unlucky to be seen in the morning. That's something outrageous, So that is the thing. Anyway. Kome densa embe ne dado jimje jing dokwa jangshama gyube soga sembara sho jewa kundo yanda jeme juje bala longje jing sada lamgi yanda dorje change gombanyo dojo deje dambe damba joge Yang bejel kam tam je kanjun dom samai tesa gom betesa denzen pe me to che ya Nyedang kurde cholo na bang panda de renje jevene chungkoro sarba sarbe nam jam kam jo je de she de be ba cho ge nyen ben do da Nyam summa nye me wo ta ta no Jemban me to ya Tam Jeng Kam De She Tem Be Tem Ba Ge Nyem Be Do Da Do Be Den De She Do Char Je Nyen Je Nam Be Ham Be Je Kam Tam Be So Je Yam Be Yam Yam Pendan De Chung Koro Sarva Harbe Pal